This is Peter. Peter just came back from school. This afternoon he actually wanted to meet his friends, but suddenly he remembered that he had still a lot of homework to do. His teacher told him to write a mediation and a text production. Unfortunately, Peter has no clue how to do that. In this video, we want to explain how to write and improve your texts. A mediation asks you to write an English text with the help of a German text as template. That means the main goal of a mediation is to get the message across in another language. You should shorten your English text to about 1/3 of the German text. You should use your own words for the sentences so that you don't copy the text word for word. If you want to translate Ich mag Dänemark, Deutschland und Polen, don't write I like Denmark, Germany and Poland. Instead, write I like many countries in Europe. Throughout your text, concentrate on the important facts and leave out unnecessary parts. Before starting to write, it's unavoidable to do some preparation steps. First of all, read the task carefully and ask yourself 3 questions. Who's your addressee? Are you writing to a friend or to a person you don't know? Which text are you supposed to write? For example, an email or an informative text. And finally, what's the purpose you're writing? Based on this information, you're able to adjust the writing style. In second place, you read the German text attentive. The person you're producing the text for might have asked you to outline certain aspects of the German text. Therefore, try to understand the key message and focus on the aspects as asked for in the task. During reading, you can start to mark important information from the text. These steps are now followed by writing your mediation, which is divided into 3 parts: introduction, main part, and conclusion. The introduction consists of 1 or 2 sentences. Here you make clear who and in what purpose you are producing the mediation for. If you are writing to a familiar person, like a friend, the language can be more informal, but if you're writing to a person you don't know, like the principal for example, a formal language is more appropriate. Aside from that, your introduction makes people want to read your text. That's why you should start your mediation with a creative introduction, which additionally leads to the main part. In the main part, you sum up the main aspects of the German text and outline information the reader asked for. Now it's important to structure your text clearly. Use your own words and try to paraphrase words you don't know in English. Furthermore, give explanations for words in German the reader might not be familiar with. For example, if you want to write about Lederhosen and Dirndl, don't write they wear Lederhosen and Dirndl. Instead, write they wear German traditional clothing called Lederhosen and Dirndl. In the conclusion, you sum up the message in 1 or 2 sentences and say goodbye to your reader. We're now moving to the text production. In comparison to a mediation, you now don't have a German text as a template. A text production asks you to write a text with the help of your own knowledge and wants you to give your opinion. That means that you're supposed to write about a topic you spoke about in class before, so make sure to write about the subject the task asks you for. There are many different types of text productions. Your task, for example, could be to write an email, a blog entry, or a newspaper article. The preparation steps are very similar to the ones from the mediation, which means at first read the task carefully, then note down your main ideas about the topic you should focus on, and finally bring them into a logical and convincing order. Based on these steps, you should be able again to adjust the writing style. Same as the mediation, the text production is divided into 3 parts: the introduction, the main part, and the conclusion. The introduction of a text production is very similar to the one of the mediation, so you can use this as an example. In the main part, you sum up the main aspects the task asks for. To structure a text clearly, bring your ideas in a logical, convincing order. Again, try to use your own words and try to give explanations. Finally, in the conclusion, you sum up the aspects in 1 or 2 short sentences and say goodbye to your readers. Here is some advice you should pay attention to throughout your text. Write clear sentences. Use linking words. Here are some examples. Use short sentences. Follow a clear and logical structure and use vocabulary that fits your addressee and purpose. When you finish your text, You can improve it with this checklist. Check the structure. Check the content. If anything is missing, add it to your text. Check the spelling. Check the vocabulary. Finally, check the grammar. Now Peter knows how to write his texts and is happy that he can easily finish his homework.